So today I'm gonna try and get the last major thing in this kitchen done. Sorry, I've been sneezing. I've been messing with the insulation. If you haven't seen, I haven't put a video on YouTube yet, but have the kitchen done. Of course, now I have, stuff in the way. As far as the cabinets go, well, some guy was gonna change the trash and didn't put the bag in there. We get the backsplash, windowsills, stone, all that. So then what's going there is this sliding glass door. And there was a window there before, so I'm going to try to do a time lapse on that to just show you what a time it can be. I wanted to point out, the blown insulation. I'm thankful for it. It's, the biggest parts are covered, but look at that. See, that's not good. There was a void over there too. So no matter what you do to get something insulated, like you can actually see out through there, because the window is taken off. There's no siding. The wind's blowing like crazy in there. So I'm gonna try to capture this roughing as best as I can for this opening, and later hopefully my son's gonna come over and help me put this in because it's heavy. But yeah, I'm gonna put you back on hyper, whatever, time lapse. And I keep vacuuming up because yeah, that's why. Because the dust is ridiculous. As usual, the great YouTuber that I am, I've been working on this and I forgot to record it. So I don't know. Anyhow, this is my stud, and my jack is gonna hold my header up there. Gonna cut that stuff all off. Actually sidetracked a little bit. I guess it is 3.5 inch, 3.25 inch styrofoam from down in Skowhegan for $30 a sheet. 3.5 inches or 3.25 inches thick. So pretty cool. Now I gotta come over here, and there's my rough opening. So this is actually just a board. The beam's right here, so I'm glad I don't have to cut that one too, because I've already got to cut two. Which it'll be fine. I'm gonna put a big old header in there, but and that stuff, don't worry about that. That's fine. It's disconnected up in there. Actually, it was disconnected at the last box, and then the last box down there, you can see it's disconnected, and then that one's got power. So anyhow, I'm gonna cut this out. I'm gonna put you a little time lapse here and see if I can't get something going.
Well, you might ask yourself, what was that all about? Well, when I want those beams that I cut off. That's a big beam. That's a 4x6, 4x5. I want that as tight as I can to the header. And when I pushed this first header in here, I didn't realize it went off the back. There's 2 layers of boards on this house, so there was actually 1.5 inches space. So that's why I was just jacking up to get that back. That'll settle down here. It's up right now because it's tight. But and then you may be asking yourself, why didn't I just cut the hole out? Well, my help to put the sliding glass doors isn't coming until later today. My son, Steven from Struggle Mill, go check him out. And it's blowing like crazy today. It's, you know, November, so it's, I don't know, 45 degrees out, 50. And I'm inhaled all kinds of dust here. I now should be wearing a dust mask. I know, but you guys that wear glasses, how do you do with dust masks? Every time you exhale, you fog up your... Actually, I don't wear dust masks. If I'm doing something that's not sawdust and stuff, I'll use a respirator. It's a better fit, it's a better filtration. Those dust masks aren't much. So it'll keep a, you know, hummingbird from going in, up your nose or in your mouth, but that's about it. So yeah, all we just cut a few places through. This is really, I mean, it's just attached to the floor, which is nothing, toenailed in there. So I will cut a lot of this, but enough so I can go outside and trim my clapboards back. This has got wood clapboards. And then I can trim the clapboards back so when he comes, it's not in the way of the nailing flange, and then I can put trim on there. So I'll get back to you in a little bit. To the outside. I don't know if I'm going to do this tonight or not. My son gets here. It's thinking nasty out. But anyhow, so what I've done is I've cut the clapboards back. So this is just ready to drop out. That was where the window was. I can just take that off. That's screwed on. And I can just flop this wall out and then throw the door in there. So I got some lights ready because, you know, it gets dark. It's thinking 4:30 now. The time's changed. So it's a good time. But anyhow, yeah, the sky is clear now. I think we had the wind today. I don't know if that'd be left over from that hurricane or what. But anyhow, I'm hoping that I saved some clapboards here to clapboard that window back in, but I don't know. So I was telling what this door is gonna go because, you know, gonna be a door there. But that top, I want to put a top like that on here. I'm trying to keep with the character of the house. So there's Struggle Mill right there. Look, if you guys don't have a laser level, this one was like 60 bucks at Lowe's. It's Bosch. Things I like about it don't. It's cheap, so it's got flaws. Like you see the ones that have the line that goes all the way around 360 degrees. But this here also, I can go from, see how level the sill is, 38 and 9/16. And if I want to check the other end, if I can find a place in all my mess to set that down. See, it's 38, so we got a 1/2 inch, so we got to, now that's low over there, so I can build that up, because 38, and then I got 42, that's 80. Okay. So, I may have to actually, I thought I checked this once already, but I may have to make it jack longer. Yeah, I gotta make that longer, that jack. So, I gotta change that out. And that's why I brought an extra one. So, but that's all. That's a great tool for this, for sure. Continue on. Hey guys, come help me put that in. I just, look at what I said. I just cut the boards, push the thing out, and then. So the black exterior, all the windows are going to be changed to have black exteriors. So that's about it. I gotta cut those clapboards back, put a trim there. That window's got to come out. Oh yeah, I wasn't able to record installing this, but basically set it in the opening. And screws here. So get it so it's plumb this way. Level it, obviously. Check it for square. And then the screws, you shim it. At all these, there's 2 in the head. Up there. One there, one there. I gotta cut that off. And that's about it. I gotta fill in this piece. I gotta pull up that water barrier and put it in there. On the next thing, I'm taking that window out, which is not a big deal. But doing this floor, I'm still waiting now, because now that I get this done, I can get the heat, baseboard heat put in 6 feet on each side. And that's a hatch to get underneath there, so it's closer. There's another one out in the other room, but it's kind of a pain. So yeah, it's coming along.